Centre forward.
Not first time this time. Finish. That's it. Everton expects success.
And a tremendous goal from Kendall.
Latchford.
I would like to be the man who makes the difference.
Like a nuclear explosion of noise. The affection that these fans gave to their players and their centre forwards, well, it's just a little bit overwhelming at times. I've never really felt that anywhere else.
It's going to fall for Andy King. Oh, yes, he's got it.
Where's King's drive? Is in the back of Clemence's net.
Not just me, you have a look at some of the greatest coaches in the world, Ancelotti's, Jose Mourinho. They've said the same. This place, if you come here and the crowd and the team are up for it, it's a very, very difficult place to get a result. And that's Everton Football Club.
The atmosphere in here, when they're up against it and they get behind you, is incredible.
You play for the fans, especially this club.
Appearances, you've got a point on the board. Right, your next card is Alan Ball, but are we saying higher or lower? What do you think?
Right, come on, lead the way.
You were always last out.
No, I was fourth. I was always fourth. What were you, Degsy? What did you do? I always came fourth. I always I don't know why, but always fourth. Moisey in yet? David
yes,
in? Is he?
Yes.
Have we got? Is he in there?
He's in, yeah.
With the players?
He's in the manager's office.
Where is it? Derek, I'm going to be out in 2 seconds. I want to say hello to Moisey before I go. What is it?
See if the manager's free.
Stevie's there. I just wanted to. Yeah, be good.
Hi, okay, how are you?
Big man, how are you?
Yes, I'm
good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, good luck today.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Is he in? Is the Messiah in? The Messiah! How are you doing? How are you? Come in. First of all, like with you three here, right? There's many things I could talk about with all of you, right? You, that pass to Trevor against Sunderland.
Really?
Did you mean it?
Of course I meant it.
Did you mean it?
And then Trevor went and scored.
He did go and score, but was that not the difficult part? The easy part was your pass.
Of course. And your reaction after was to go to Trev, but then come to me.
I know that.
Because of the pass.
But honestly, seriously, did you see him?
Of course.
Right?
That's what people remember.
And we do as well. Now, what also people remember is this man. And that's one of my favourite stories about the free kick against Ipswich in the FA Cup. That end,
Ipswich, yeah.
That end, when we got a free kick, and you in your excitement took it too quickly.
No, I always used to get on the ball early to gain an advantage.
But you took it too quickly?
Too quickly, yeah.
What did you do with the first one?
Put it in Paul Cooper's top right-hand corner. Peter Reid walked across.
No.
And he said, what are we going to do now? And Reid scored one goal. I said, get out the...
He said,
I'll put it in.
You said, I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm going to put it in the other corner.
Correct.
And you did.
And I did, yeah.
When we played Ipswich that game, and we were going out, weren't we?
2-1
we were going out,
Yeah.
and all I'll never forget is that our left back
was
on the right wing, right, and he smashed it across goal in open play, and our centre half was poking it in from 6 yards out.
In front of the centre forward, but you wouldn't have been there.
I know. Well, I would have been if you hadn't been there. And Derek, talk to us about, you've spent a bit of time in the Gladys Street.
Spent a lot of time in the street going up, season ticket road in the street. So the weaker times of the 70s, but if I remember Bob Latchford getting the 30th goal when they had the Daily Mail.
I remember that. I was at Villa at the time trying to do the same.
For 30 goals.
Yeah, he just beat me.
End of the game, this little old git got on the pitch.
Did you get on?
First time after the game, one of 2,000 or 3,000 people on the pitch.
To Latchford, Southall to Ball, Duncan to Alex Young, we love them all.
Oh, we're going through here, are we? Oh, okay. Sorry about this. Is this truly necessary, this? Okay.
For Graeme Sharp and Paul Latchford.
Bobby Latchford walks on water, la 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 la. We loved Bob Latchford. He was like a fire-breathing centre-forward. He was a real old-fashioned centre-forward. I don't ever remember him scoring from outside the penalty area.
I knew this was a centre-forwards club with Dixie, Tommy Lawton, Dave Ixon, Joe Royle. I was just really part of that tradition of being loved as a centre-forward here.
Goodness me, could he put his head on everything?
Taking on Marsh and playing another lovely cross. Oh, what a goal!
It was just like an explosion, like a nuclear explosion of noise.
And once Dave Thomas arrived from Burnley, Thomas could put it on a sixpence. He was in the fine tradition of Everton centre forwards.
2 men to cross to. Latchford!
The affection that these fans gave to their players and their centre forwards, well, it's just a little bit overwhelming at times. I've never really felt that anywhere else.
But the crowd, we loved Bob Latchford, and he was so handsome.
The connection between you and them, it just seemed natural.
In 77-78, the Daily Express put up a prize of £10,000, which in those days seemed like a fortune. It was a fortune. For the first player who could reach 30 goals. I don't think anybody had done that for quite a long time.
Frenny Lee, back in 71-ish.
Latchford started scoring hat-tricks and he got 4 in one game.
I had the feeling, well, I could do this.
If anybody was going to reach the magic 30 goals, it was going to be Latchford. And then it came to the final game of the season, the end of April, and he needed 2.
I felt absolutely certain I was going to score the goals that I needed to get.
And then we scored 3, and Latchford hadn't scored any.
The crowd were getting a little bit anxious, but I wasn't.
I remember Neil Robinson telling me, he was our fullback, he's no longer with us, tragically, but he scored, I think, his only goal for Everton that game, and nobody celebrated because it wasn't Bob. He was a born and bred Evertonian. He grew up in Spellow Lane, just a free kick away from here. And he went herring round the pitch, but nobody haired with him. Poor old Neil.
So we had a corner, I got on the end of it, 29th goal.
Crowd went absolutely ballistic. He was 1 away.
A few minutes later, we get another corner. I was about to get out on the end of that. And our captain, fantastic, Mr. Mike Lyons, came across me and headed into the back of the net. And the Gladys Street let out a raucous moan. I grabbed him out of the back of the net and very politely told him to go back down the other end of the pitch and stay there.
And then we got a penalty.
I just waited for all the commotion to die down. I knew where I wanted to put it, bottom left corner, and Peter Benetti in goal, yeah, the cat.
It wasn't a particularly good penalty.
He very nicely dived over the top of it.
It went sort of under Benetti's hand, and this place went absolutely wild. I've never seen anything like it. It was just mayhem.
Oh, it went berserk, absolutely berserk.
When Everton scored in those days, you were just lifted off your feet for about 10 seconds. But that day, I was lifted off my feet for what seemed like 5 minutes. I mean, the crowd, the surge.
And they all got onto the pitch, and it was utter chaos.
We spilled out onto the Gladys Street. The place, it really was like we'd won the title.
We achieved something, I achieved something that they've never achieved.
Kenny Dalglish hadn't scored 30 goals.
It's something to hang on to.
We had a centre forward capable of scoring 30 goals in a season, and that meant an incredible amount to us. Walked to the bus and we were walking on air. Bobby Latchford walked on water.
Most of the fans growing up in the 70s, we had one thing and one thing only really. The Bob Latchford 30 goals probably defined the whole generation of Evertonians. He's probably revered as much now as he was then. Oh, yeah. I wasn't happy when Emma McLean's got curly perms, because believe it or not, I got accused of perming my hair. I had a head like a bear mattress at the time. And people, he's got his hair permed like a footballer. I can assure you I hadn't. Maybe I look at the 70s through rose-tinted glasses, because I don't think we were probably as bad as most people actually thought. You know, when you look at players, Martin Dobson, Bob Latchford,
brilliant players.
Duncan Mackenzie, the chant we all agree Duncan Mackenzie is magic. Yeah. And we would be awful on occasions.
But he was brilliant.
Just get around, just let him get him the ball and do a few flicks and tricks, and we'd all go home happy.
Duncan Mackenzie. Still, Stoke can't find a way of taking it from him.
We were, in my opinion, we were the nearly team.
Yeah.
We'd nearly done it. There was happy times.
Andy King, the scorer. 7 is his number, and 7 years it is since this last happened.
October the 28th, 1978. Playing Liverpool, They're unbeaten and they're top, and we're unbeaten and we're second. If we could just manage to beat them, that would be something we hadn't done for 7 years. 0-0 at half time, and then...
Three waiting on the far post. Dobson is in there. It's going to fall for Andy King. Oh, yes, he's got it! Andy King has scored!
Then there's the famous Motson commentary, and then there was the famous incident with Richard Duckenfield, I think it was, the reporter who got ushered off the pitch by an overzealous cop.
Andy King did get off the pitch. Congratulations!
The whole thing all just contributed to the legend of that day. A joke went round, where's King's drive? And the answer was in the back of Clemence's net. The chant of Andy is our king just went round this place. The one who used to lead us all in song was, his nickname was Fozzie Bear, after the Muppet character, because he had kind of crinkly blonde hair. Fozzie, Fozzie, give us a song, Fozzie. Nobody else could really start a song. And I had a pal who very bravely one Saturday thought he could lead a song, so he shouted in the stillness. He shouted, "Give us an E!" And nobody gave him an E. Not even me, because it wasn't Fozzie. It had to be Fozzie starting the chants. Oh God.
He's nearly as old as me. Do you know, it's funny being back here in this dressing room. In the modern world, where every dressing room is holistic, so they say, and they're circular, this is still the dressing room I sat in pretty much all those years ago. And the last time I was sat here was we beat QPR out there. That was us, title winners. Came in here and Howard handed me a bottle of champagne, Howard Kendall, that legendary manager that we had, and says, "Come on, have a drink." And I went, "After you, boss." So I made him drink it first, then I did. And that was what it was like here. We had a bunch of boys, and I wish I could go around every one of them and tell you how good they all were. It's quite emotional being here in front of that picture of that unbelievable manager. Love him. The scorer of great goals, but what he became was a great goal scorer, and that's it. He's just an absolute legend, and people like him, turn that round, people like him, see him, love him. Peter Reid, I'd go to war with him, that boy.
People make a stadium, and through the years, Evertonians have made this what it is. And it's like a cathedral. This club, you know, grabs you. Well, what's Alan Ball's famous statements? Because you always got to mention Bally, you know what I mean? Once Everton's touched you.
Alan Ball was practising today at Belfield, the Everton training ground. He'll make his debut with the Merseyside club on Saturday.
When you've been touched by football clubs, they're always there with you, they never change. But I've got to say, I'm an Evertonian.
He epitomised everything about Everton and the support. I mean, our away support, away from this place, has been, over the years, unbelievable. And when we're here...
Well played. Reid's cross, Gray! What a fantastic goal!
Hey, not just me, you have a look at some of the greatest coaches in the world, you know, the Ancelotti's, Jose Mourinho. They've said the same. This place, if you come here and the crowd and the team are up for it, it's a very, very difficult place to get results. And that's Everton Football Club. The great stadium, but the great support as well. We haven't won anything from '95. Keep coming, and we've been at the wrong end of this league for Evertonians, and some of the games we've all witnessed have been not very enjoyable. But I honestly believe the people and the support has kept this club in the Premier League. The support we've had in them big crucial moments has been outstanding. But I want the support to win things, i.e. Bayern Munich, QPR, at the other end of the table. And I think Evertonians, I know no one's got a God-given right, but Evertonians deserve that. It's been our home, and it's been a great home for Evertonians, and now we move on.
I brought my grandkids up the other week to see this, to see their papa up in the side of the wall. Brings back really, really good memories. ...446 appearances, 159 goals, although there's a little question mark over those 159, might be 160.
Heath has pushed forward. Sharp! Oh my goodness! Sharp!
I'm honoured to have that on the side of the stadium. Fantastic memories of a fantastic stadium. You know, from the first time I got here, coming down from Scotland as a young boy, you know, looking at going round the stadium, and I remember one thing that always sprang to mind was along the buildings you can see the crisscrosses. Archibald Leach, the architect, that was the same as at Ibrox Park. This part of in front of the Gladys Street, you know, many happy memories, and the games that I played in and the goals I've scored. I think if you ask everybody, they'll look at it and say, what about the Bayern Munich game? You could hear the footsteps above you in the dressing room, but people walked to their seats. Adrian Heath, who was injured at the time, Adrian came out and had watched the warm-up and just having a look around the stadium, and I remember him coming back in and saying, wow, you will not experience this again. And to actually score in the game again, everybody knows the story, 1-0 down. Howard's famous lines, you know, you're kicking into Gladys Street, they'll suck one in. And for my equaliser, he was spot on, because it was a long throw from Gary Stevens, near post, and I got the slightest of headers, and it bobbled in, I think, at the back post, put us back in the game, we went on to win it comfortably.
Sharp!
When we clinched the title against Queen's Park Rangers, and I managed to clinch the game with a header from round about this area, Pat Vandenhout cross coming in the box, I headed it back across. And to win that game, you know, you're looking at it and you're thinking, that was us now saying to everybody, this is a team to beat if you want to win trophies.
Everton are the new champions.
And I don't care what you say, and hopefully we can recapture that when we move to the new stadium, is the atmosphere in here when they're up against it and they get behind you is incredible. And I'm sure if you talk to all the lads, in whatever era they played in, this is special. And the same with opposition players, if you ask them, where do you not want to go, it was Goodison. What a place. I'll be sadly missed. To be allowed to play in this fantastic stadium and bring so many trophies to the football club, it's something that we'll never ever forget.
The number 9 shirt is sacred here. I'd made my debut at Blackpool when I was 16, but my first goal was at that end, and it was a rocket of about 6 inches that rolled over the line. It counts just the same as a 30-yard volley, but it was a goal, and I was up and running and on my way.
Morrissey now, looking for Royals, and he's got it! And he's got it a second time! And a good cross! Royal! He's got it in!
It's a club of 9s. There's always been the legendary thing going back to Dixie Dean.
This is Dixie Dean, the greatest centre-forward the game has known. Has broken the league record by scoring 60 goals in one season.
And here comes now a modern legend. I'm a great.
You're the legend, my man.
I'm my great friend, Big Dunk.
Absolutely.
And thank you. That's a serious thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm thanking you. You're the guy who signed me for this great club, didn't you?
Yeah.
You signed me all the years ago. And it was your first game.
Yes,
as manager.
First as manager. Wow.
It's Cliff with the corner. Everton's fourth. The goal, Ferguson.
Playing a lot of tasty derbies. Everton, Liverpool's right up there with them, isn't it? Obviously, I remember the goal. The first half was quite non-eventful, really. I remember Big Razor Ruddock booting me about here, I think.
He did.
He's kicked me right up in the air.
He did.
He was Liverpool's big hatchet man, and that kind of woke me up, you know.
I said to the chairman, I said, big mistake.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have done that to Duncan.
And Everton can celebrate victory under Joe Royle, his first match in charge.
A great feeling, isn't it, scoring against the Reds?
It's a feeling you can't scratch.
To get the winning goal in the derby, in a 1-0 win, was a special moment.
The whistle goes! It is Everton's day!
I've seen some classic Merseyside derby goals for Everton. This wouldn't be in that bracket, but still just as important to not only the fans but myself.
Comes for Bent. Osman. And the shot finds its way into the back of the net. Lee Carsley for Everton.
I have showed my kids the photo of the celebrations, but obviously I'm not in it. Tim's at the top of the pile with his hand in the air. Such an iconic photo. I think David Moyes coined the phrase brilliantly with the People's Club. I was fortunate enough to live in the city centre and to be surrounded by Evertonians every day. You get to understand the temperature of the city, especially in Derby week. Some great memories in this stadium, and it's a stadium that we're going to miss, but I think the future's really bright.
You don't forget any goals against Liverpool, but your first one in the blue shirt at the Gladys Street, it was perfect, really. That cemented my relationship then, didn't it? They could get behind me then. So if I scored a goal for Evan, I always thought about them, how they were feeling, really. It made me happy that they were happy. You play for the fans, especially this club, you know what I mean? They've always looked after me, and I've always tried to do my best for them. The memories are all here, and it's going to go, isn't it? It's really sad. But what makes the stadium special is the people. It's the people within the stadium. It's the fans, it's the connection, how much they love their club, how much they love the Everton players. And, I've felt that love and warmth for 30 years now.
Just love you.
Take care, God bless.
I remember coming here and watching Everton against Man United when I was a young kid. Gladys Street End, Leeds United as well, Liverpool obviously, where the gates would be 50,000s. It was very, very special. But remembering games here that I played in, the Man United game, obviously 5-0 could have been 8.
Gary Stevens. He's got the shooting opportunity, and it's becoming a rout.
And then obviously the Bayern Munich game. Night games were always very, very special here. When you've got a packed stadium which is so close to you, like this is, it is like we've always said, and many of other players and ex-players have said it, it's like going into battle. When this is full, this is very, very special. The Bayern Munich game, that was off the charts. There'll be close things to it, for the wrong reasons. The other reasons, it being off the chart here, against Crystal Palace, but for being on the success side, that just is off the chart. There's nothing that'll ever beat that in my lifetime.
Rotterdam, here they come.
It must be marvellous to be an Evertonian at this time.
I'll tell you tomorrow. Thanks, Elton. Can I go now?
You can.
Thanks, pal.
today is essential. Even that will not guarantee avoiding relegation.
Gareth, you know the score, mate. We've both experienced a situation like this when there is enormous pressure on you. Mine was a little bit before you, mate. We were guilty of being the first team that was ever going to take Everton down in our Premier League history, and it couldn't have got any worse. We were 2-0 down. Anders Limpar inexplicably puts his hand up and gives a penalty away, and then there was an incident between Dave Watson, I think it was, and God bless him, Gary Ablett.
From bad to worse for Everton.
But Anders gets side down in the box.
Breaks for Limpar again. Oh, he's given the penalty.
And the referee gives us a penalty, gives us a lifeline.
Slight liberties with regards to...
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Down.
I knew I was going to take the penalties. I was down as the man who was going to take the penalty because I'm stupid.
You were the trusted man.
I don't know about trusted, stupid probably. And all I remember is Big Nev strolling down the pitch with his ball under his arm, and I'm looking at him, and we both know Neville and we know how crazy he is, and goalkeepers.
I don't remember his penalty taking.
I don't remember his penalty taking, which is why when he got to about over there, I intercepted him and said, Nev, give me the ball.
Goal gets smaller, goalkeeper gets bigger.
Goalkeeper was looking huge, goal looking even smaller. The Park end, as we look at now, was down at the time.
I think that must have been really strange, though.
It was very strange.
When you think of the context of '98.
Yeah, it was very strange because, you know, I remember seeing a couple of builders with hard hats on just stood there, and there's the penalty spot there. So I go down and put the ball on the spot.
You don't have to fully recreate the penalty kick.
I'm getting a buzz now.
I like you're building the drama.
A pressure penalty if ever there was one. And Stewart is equal to the task. Everton 1, Wimbledon 2.
The one thing we would have never wanted to contemplate, and you were lucky because you obviously got an FA Cup win. We all dream about winning trophies and wanting to win trophies for Everton. You did that. But then to have to balance that off against a potential scenario where Everton could be relegated.
It was the craziest situation, the turnaround from, you know, scoring an important penalty, stepping back, and just seeing kids swinging in the trees. 2-1 down instead of 2-0 down was huge. And then Barry Horn scores an unbelievable goal up at the Gladys Street.
It's 2-2. Barry Horn, I think.
9 minutes to go, we get the winner. Possibly one of the scruffiest goals I've ever scored in my life, but it doesn't matter.
Stewart, Cotty came quickly to him. Stewart! Yes! Yes! For Everton!
Mike Walker was in charge for the relegation game, and Mike's stock was great. He'd done brilliantly well at Norwich, but it never really worked out for him here.
Everton's different, though.
Yeah, it's a totally different kettle of fish. I mean, I played for Norwich. I had 3 months down at Norwich, and it's a lovely place. But it's very quaint and what have you. It's not Goodison Park.
I was sitting in the main stand. There was a fella sat down next to us and said, you're sitting in my seat. He said, where's your ticket? So I showed him the ticket. He said, that's my seat. I've been sitting here for 30 years. So I said to him, you haven't been sitting here for 30 years because the stand's not even 30 years old. So let's get that straight, but let's just all move along one. When Wimbledon got the first, he picked himself up to go. And me mate grabbed him by the arm and said, sit down, call yourself an Evertonian. When the second one went in, off he went. And my mate went to get a pint at half time and he was sitting on the concourse. And he was sitting down like that with his hand in. And he said to me, what's the score now? So my mate said, it's 2-1, you're a jinx, don't come back in. And he didn't, fair play to him.
You've obviously got your moment as well, Gareth, in history, whereby you've scored the goal against Coventry.
The intensity of the day was unreal. Howard announced the team. Subsequently, his after-dinner speech was the fact that he'd had a dream that I was going to score, which was the reason why he put me in the team.
Where were you? About there?
No, I was close to the halfway line.
He keeps trying to tell
Much
me
closer
it's
to the
another
halfway
5
line.
yards out, but you weren't.
No, but no. It's listen, outside I would say.
Just there?
No, beyond again. And again.
Oh, come on, Gaz.
Listen, the fact checkers can decide and set out.
Come on.
No, yeah, definitely.
You reckon about
Yeah.
Forward by Farrelly. Ferguson gets to it strongly. Drops for Gareth Farrelly again.
What about when the ball drops?
I'm going to shoot, which to a lot of people were probably thinking, please don't shoot. I'd taken a lot of stick, which was new to me,
and took me a while to get used to being able to deal with. But then to have an outcome like that, and it was you look at it now, it was a good goal.
Brilliant. It was a great strike.
Half volley, bad foot. People always talk about my one and only goal for Everton, but obviously I claim my goal at Scunthorpe in the Coca-Cola Cup.
It's the great escape for Everton. They stay up by the skin of their teeth. The club that has spent more years than any other in the top division in England is still there.
I still meet people now who can still say where they were and what they did on that day.
Exactly.
And I think that's the stories. The clubs are always about people. There was a galvanising factor that, irrespective of what's gone wrong or what's not going right on that day.
Whatever you throw at Evertonians, they'll come back at you twice as hard. One thing from that game, I'll never forget the relief on Howard's face when that full-time whistle went and the camera panned to Howard and the absolute total... I thought he was going to burst into tears.
I met Howard at Belfield, so it wasn't Finch Farm then, the following week, and it was like, it's been a tough first season, what an outcome, this can't happen again, won't happen again, we learn from this and we move on, but I didn't get to play for Everton again. I think I took my son to a game here when he was like 8, and the goal was on the screen before the game, and you're kind of looking at it through his eyes, and then you start to think, oh right, okay, I'm incredibly proud of that.
We got there in the end, mate.
We did. Top man.
I was in the Park End for that game. The amount of people in that game.
Yeah, the old transistors, yeah. I don't really look back on those days with, you know, anything to really celebrate because we should never have been in that position in the first place.
A final day escape from relegation is probably just as good as winning a trophy. Everton Football Club don't do going down. We're not going down. It was probably the only time I'd been on the pitch after the game. There was absolute mayhem on the pitch.
Oh, there was. I reported on it.
I just glided across the pitch, smoking a ciggy. And the only reason I went on the pitch was because I was in the Park End and my car was parked down here.
So it was a shortcut?
It was a shortcut, and there was people taking tape up, going absolutely ballistic. And I thought, I'll just go across the pitch, it'll be quicker. In the hour of need, that great football club has always gone to the fans.
Yeah, totally.
For the fans to pull them out the mire.
That Crystal Palace game was just horrific. I don't think I slept for about a week before that. I don't know about you.
No, I was also confident.
You always are.
Even at 2-0 down, I knew we'd do it.
That night, everything that was going on outside the ground, everything that was happening in Goodison Road, you know, we were all covered in blue powder from the flares, the fireworks were going off outside. It was something else, wasn't it?
It was the Goodison under the lights thing.
It really was.
That
It
saved
really
the
was.
day.
The sheer relief at the end of that game, oh, I think I burst into tears.
Oh no, not you again.
Long time
You're
no
taking
see.
my place again?
Yes, if you don't mind.
Love you, man.
You're all right, mate.
Yeah, great. Was you
Pardon?
left footers or right footed?
I was more or less taught by Terry Derricott every day for a few good months to improve my left foot.
Oh, I'm going to blame him then, God rest him. Taking my place, you. He coached you then, eh?
Well,
how to use your right foot.
Excuse me? Left.
Oh, your left foot, yeah.
You should have asked him to do your right.
No chance, that was for standing on, wasn't it? He could bring me right foot, bloody hell. No chance.
Memories, John?
Too many, mate, too many. Scored some good goals, well, scored one good goal here, scored an own goal here.
Did you mean them?
I didn't mean the one against Luton, but I keep bragging about it, that I chipped him from my own half, you know.
I can't see that, mate.
Jake Finlay, I couldn't believe it. Dave Johnson went on a run, and I just over-kicked it, and it bounced in the box. I turned round in disgust.
So you didn't mean it then?
Oh, I did not mean it, no.
Oh,
but I made sure everyone knew afterwards that I did. Next thing you know, the crowd erupted. I had me back to the actual goal.
Yeah.
In disgust. And then next thing, Kevin Ratcliffe comes running over. Ah, Bellsy.
A complete freak.
Greatest night, even though I didn't play. I was on the bench, I was sub. Pat was playing then. Bayern Munich. I've never heard anything like it. As soon as you go down, you touch the sign.
That's it.
And then as soon as you come,
up the
whack.
steps in it. The noise in Goodison. You couldn't get one more soul in there, could you?
No.
It was everywhere. The people was everywhere.
Never seen so many wheelchairs in my life.
What for them? I was here a few days ago and I was just walking down the tunnel and that memory come back to me straight away. As we're all lining up down the tunnel, eyeballing each other.
So you must have given a few of your stairs.
Yeah, I did.
The Pathfinder house there.
You've got to let them know, didn't you? And then when we got on the pitch, it was like, bang. Once that whistle went, it was proper war. That's all I'll say it was.
It was a right kicking match, by the way. I don't know how many, what it was. They finished in 11 players. Andy Gray and Rattis as well, the skip. They should have walked in today's game anyway. You can't touch anyone in today's game, can you?
No.
We'd be off all the time, lad.
Blimey. Wouldn't have a chance, would you?
You've been a part of Everton. This is home, innit? You know, but life goes on, doesn't it?
Didn't really want to go, to be fair. Good memories over the years. Very sad, yeah. Special place.
Well, hopefully the new stadium will be special, huh?
Everyone was a bit scared, to be honest. Someone have to make the difference.
Couldn't believe it had happened again. That Bournemouth game, I genuinely could not believe we were in that situation again.
Up to the game before, I was actually in a wheelchair. So for that game, I was on the disabled apron at the front of the park end. And Marie must have had every lucky omen, whether it was a rabbit's foot or she had the lot, or she used the lot, and then she pulled the granddad's ashes out of her bag. So I brought my granddad as well.
Obviously, this game was one of the most important games for us, you know, to stay up in the Premier League. Half-time, you knew Leicester were winning, so it was very stressful in the dressing room. Everyone was a bit scared, to be honest. Sean Dash was telling us like someone have to make the difference. I think it was around my head, like I would like to be the man who make the difference.
So she'd gone down into the concourse to get a drink and a pie.
Did she take her granddad with her?
No, I think she left him under the seat with me. She went into the concourse, got a drink and a bite to eat and come back. And she gave me the pie and the drink, just as Doucoure let rip with that exercise.
The ball popped out in front of me. I was just thinking to hit the target, and luckily for me, it went in.
Straight in front of you?
Right in front of us. When it all calmed down, we sat back down and he looked at me and went, "You've still got your pipe." So the Monday night in the Echo, there's a picture of Doucoure running to the fans. And I've got the two clutches in the air and that, and me pie up in the air on that end. I said, that's years of experience to come on the match. Her pie was splattered all over the floor.
All the emotion came out, you know. I think I had some tears at the end because this year I lost my dad as well. To score that goal, to help the club to stay up in the Premier League, it was unbelievable. I never felt the stadium so loud. Yeah, one of my biggest moments in an Everton shirt. To be honest, the noise was incredible, you know. Through the game, after that goal, it was just amazing. I would love to live that moment again, obviously knowing that circumstances, but the stadium was unbelievable.
By the way, I am so chuffed, I cannot tell you. This is amazing.
I sit quite near the back of the stands with my cousin and my uncle, and I was getting the train home. I thought, I'll just start making my way down to the exit. I wasn't going because I know in the Dave Kelly rule book, yes, you would have seen me leaving and you would have never let me forget it. I didn't want to end up on the train with all the cop-outs. It's bad enough having to go home to one, so I was like, I'm not getting on the train with them. So I made my way down, and I literally just sat down right by the exit as the ball went over.
I had a very unusual experience that day because I was in the director's box. And
fancy.
There was a fella called Dalglish and another fella called Russ sitting in front of me. And funny enough, the fella sitting next to me on the same row was Peter Reid.
From the ball being crossed in from Miko, high, bouncing, everyone sort of getting caught under it, and then just trying to read where the ball was going to go, and then, yeah, let him rip when the ball hit my foot.
When Tarkowski let rip, I was akin to Duncan Ferguson, and he was the ball boy.
Did you break any of Edith's ribs?
Well, I think that the euphoria, there was that much adrenaline running through everyone's body.
It was unbelievable.
Just so fitting, wasn't it?
An iconic game, an iconic moment. I watch it back now and it feels like a bit of like an out-of-body experience because I really can't, there's no image in my head of it happening. I think probably the word is probably euphoric, with the sound, the feeling that took over me. Sometimes you see celebrations with a bit of force with like, and I have probably done it myself, but in that moment there's no forced celebration, you're literally just living in the moment. One thing I've realised since I've been here is how special the fans are. Not just the ones who come on match day, every fan I've met around the world is such a special person to this club. And I've been fortunate to be a part of it myself.
it's like being the most committed fan and then having the responsibility and the opportunity to think about what is our new home.
This isn't just a normal football club, this is a special football club. When you hear 52,000 Evertonians, you'll understand how big this football club is.
The first day of my life I was called Adrian after Adrian Heath. My brother, his name's Graeme after Graeme Sharper, the legend of this football club.
I'm very, very fortunate to have had the privilege of playing for Everton Football Club.
What an incredible place this is going to be for us.
I still believe that this club, Everton, means the people's club.